That's good. Okay. And I'm going to go to my Google Doc, and I'm going to tell you 3 things. First is overall curriculum structure. You will see there are 11 courses. Most of you will take all the courses in that sequence. Some of you might want to take 1 or 2 elective class after the 11 course ended, but I'm going to show you that. So every term is 8 weeks long. Okay, let me search for the network is a bit slow. Let's see. Let me turn off those unnecessary tabs. Okay, my Google Doc is not showing. Let me try that again. Good. This is the Google Doc. If you haven't used Google Doc, you will find out this is indispensable in your learning. And I'm going to, don't look at the detail. There are some secret there. I'm going to click on the reason.
We could also organize that in folders.
Okay, so the font is a bit small, but these are the complete courses. So take a look at the, we are in beginning of the fall 14A. So fall semester is 16 weeks long, and we break that into 2 terms, A and B. So your first class will start September the 3rd, which is two weeks from today. The course will be open for you to view a week from today. So typically, the courses will be open a week before the actual learning start. So you get time to preview it. So the first course is ProSAM. This is for you to survey the industry, to know the curriculum, to know the career planning, and know the faculty, an overview of each of those classes in the future. So that will be taught by myself and Brian. Then starting in early November, that's the fall 14 term B. That will be CST 205. We will learn Python, and we learn how to use Python to manipulate sound, image, and animation. Then we'll have a short break. The winter break is about 3 weeks. Then in the late January, we'll start the 3rd class. Beginning of January. So we only have 2 weeks break. So the internet programming, we're going to learn PHP. We're going to learn a little bit about the database and the web design, but those are very minimal. The main part is using PHP to connect database and the web page, so make the web page dynamic. Then we'll learn the introduction to database. This is, we're going to learn SQL. We are going to use MySQL as the database system. That will be the 2nd term of spring. Then summer, the first summer, this is a required class for all computer science. You are going to learn the basics of a computer network, including some security. Then the second part of the summer, we will have service learning. At that time, we're going to look for a school or a nonprofit that you will assign you, or you can look for one yourself. We'll have to approve it. You can teach the kids. You can do some programming. You can help them to redesign their website, or you can do an app for them. So something related to computer science, and you provide a solution to the nonprofit or school or government. The first class in the fall semester will be algorithm. This is the more advanced programming. This is how do you design program not only function, but in terms of using space and in terms of using memory space, in terms of time will be more efficient. The software design is to learn the more advanced object-oriented programming and also introduce Java. So at that time, you should know at least one programming language well that we'll already cover. You all should know probably C++ or Java, but that class will use Java to produce a larger software. Then the next class will be the kind of the end of your software engineering learning. We are going to put the class into maybe 3 or 4 teams, and we're going to produce a large-scale software, and we're going to practice the software engineering process. We'll have a manager, we'll have a very rigorous code control, the version control. We probably have a client. So this will be a quasi real project sponsored by outside company. And many of you will probably use that software project as your capstone. The class towards the end is ethics. We'll learn how software engineer and IT professional, their ethic behavior, and how do you make decision in a very difficult, ethically very difficult situation. We believe most of you sooner or later will lead a team or make difficult decisions. And the ethics is important for you to make, to lead a team or make the decision in the future. The very last class is CST 499. That class you will put your project together, either in a team or by yourself. You can use the project you have done before and enhance it, or you can create a brand new project. At the end, you will have a presentation of the project. You also put together a portfolio of all the classes. Okay? And throughout this, almost about 100 weeks. So throughout the 100 weeks, every week, you are required to spend about 10 minutes to document your learning in that week. We call that a learning journal. We're going to start that in 2 weeks. Okay. So,
I have a question about a book needed for 300. Is there a book that they have to buy for 300?
300, there's no book. All the material is provided to you. Towards the end of 300, there is a book report. That one, we will make sure that you have access to a library. And usually those books are pretty inexpensive. So don't worry about the textbook for the 300. So that's the overall curriculum in 100 weeks. Any questions before I go into a little bit of the weekly schedule?
Will data structures be covered in algorithm?
No. Data structure is a prerequisite. You should take it from a community college. We offer that here face-to-face at CST 238, but you should complete it before you take the internet programming. So you have 1 semester to complete that prerequisite. It's important to make sure you find a solution for that. Okay. Good. I'm going to cover a little bit of how your week will look like. Now you know the overall structure, but how is the week look like? I'm going to show you that. So I put that little document on the screen. Take a look. So it's approximately 100-week program. There's a couple of breaks, but short, so you should schedule your time. Every class is 8 weeks, okay? And we plan your workload to be anywhere. If you can work really efficiently and you have good computer science background, you can schedule on the lower end of that range. If you don't have much of programming experience, you should schedule 20 hours a week for your study. Okay. And every new module will be released on Wednesday morning around 10:30. So sometime Wednesday, you should check into iLearn. I recommend you log into iLearn every day, even just for a few minutes. Then most homework or assignments due on the Tuesday midnight after that week. So that's the basic structure of the class. So this is what I recommend a typical online learning structure. So on the Wednesday, you have you arrange 2 to 3 hours. It's up to you when is that hour. A lot of students make it like 8 to 10 p.m. at night, every night. At that time, you receive your new module. And I recommend all faculty to open a module a week before, so you always see a week in advance. And that Wednesday, you overview the new module, prepare to ask any question to the faculty. Thursday, again, you want to spend 2 to 3 hours. Usually, faculty might have a real-time office hour. You can ask a question. You can ask question on the online forum or email. If you have a team meeting, I recommend Thursday might be a good time. It's up to the team to decide. We recommend you use Google Hangout, but you can also use the Zoom we are using right now, or you can use Skype. But Google Hangout, since everyone have an account through our CSRB email, so Google Hangout is a good tool. We're going to practice that when we start the class in 2 weeks. Friday, you do a lot of reading, then maybe there's some discussion question you need to go to iLearn and complete. And I recommend you take at least half a day or all day, either on a Sunday or Saturday, to do the heavy lifting part of the assignments. So working on the major assignments, and that weekend might be a good time to spend 10 minutes to putting a few paragraphs of what you have learned this week and what challenge you have faced the previous week. And the Learning Journal is also a place for you to connect and link to your major portfolio pieces. We'll cover that in the CST 300. So in a class, you probably will have 2 or 3 major projects. Could be writing, could be research, could be paper, or could be programming. And once they are graded, you will link the material on your Learning Journal. So at the end of your 100 week, every week you have some reflection, and also every so often, maybe every 2 weeks, you have a link to your major assignments, and that becomes your portfolio. And I will recommend you still reserve 1 day to do the thing you enjoy. I put in here eat and drink and relax or something else. So you can. Yeah.
Water.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank
Keep your health. Yeah, it's important. The Monday you should complete your assignment. Then you might run into some problem. Monday is a good time to ask help for your colleague or ask help from the faculty one more time. And maybe there's an online meeting you need to do, but it's among your team. And probably there's some online forum question you need to answer. And then Tuesday, the whole module comes to an end, and you submit assignments, hopefully before midnight. Okay. And that complete a cycle of a week. Any questions? Okay. So let's open now for any question and answers. So can we switch?
There's 3 students who never got to introduce themselves. I don't know if they're still interested in doing so.
Can we switch to the